Despite Boba Fett's reluctance, Han Solo was used by Darth Vader as a test subject for carbon freezing, whereby the Dark Lord had planned to use the same method on his son Luke to transport him to Emperor Palpatine. Having found that Solo did indeed survive the freezing process, Vader released the carbonite encased smuggler into the custody of Boba Fett. With Solo now in his possession following the events of Cloud City, Fett was free to turn Solo over to Jabba the Hutt in exchange for a significant bounty. However, Fett wasn't satisfied with the already hefty bounty that was placed upon Solo, and devised a plan that would ultimately allow him to more than triple his return. In this video expose, I will explain how Boba Fett ingeniously convinced Jabba to pay more for Han Solo, despite the smuggler having been frozen in carbonite. Although Boba Fett was initially worried that the freezing process would kill Solo, thereby interfering with his desire to collect the bounty placed upon him, the process in which Han became frozen in carbonite would ultimately come to be a blessing for Fett. The bounty hunter devised a plan in which to convince Jabba to pay him additional credits over and above the 100,000 credit bounty that was placed upon the smuggler. Upon presenting the carbonite encased Solo to Jabba, Fett didn't just assert that he had captured Solo in exchange for the bounty placed upon him. Rather, Boba Fett presented Solo as a piece of art, a sculpture, in which Jabba could put on display within his palace. To further persuade Jabba that he was in fact obtaining more than just the captured Solo, Fett dubbed his piece of art Man in Carbonite, thereby trying to legitimize Solo as a valuable carbonite sculpture. Amazingly, Fett's presentation worked, as Jabba was more than pleased with his acquiring his new piece of art, particularly since Jabba came to see the Man in Carbonite sculpture as a work of art that was created by none other than Darth Vader himself. In addition to the 100,000 credits that represented the bounty that was placed on Solo, Jabba paid Fett an additional 250,000 credits, having been thoroughly pleased by his acquisition of the Man in Carbonite. Therefore, together with his payments from Jabba and the bounty he received from the Empire, Boba Fett made out quite handsomely, despite his initial skepticism of Solo being frozen in carbonite. The destruction of the Man in Carbonite by Leia, when she freed Solo from the carbonite within Jabba's palace, was not the end of the sculpture's history. Following the Battle of Endor and the ultimate demise of the Galactic Empire, an entrepreneurial Cathar named Mar Row started a popular tour on Tatooine called the Skywalker Tour. The tour visited sites that were of importance to the rebellion hero Luke Skywalker, such as the Lars Homestead and the Mos Eisley Cantina. Further, the Skywalker Tour also visited the former palace of Jabba the Hutt. Within the former palace, the tour included an accurate replica of the carbonite sculpture Man in Carbonite, which by that time had become an infamous piece of art. Therefore, even though the original was destroyed, patrons of the tour would go on to enjoy the Man in Carbonite for many years to come. At least until the Skywalker Tour shut down due to complications caused by Tusken Raiders. So there we have it, how Boba Fett ingeniously convinced Jabba to pay more for Han Solo. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me... For art,